And hello, Jesse.
Hello, how's it going?
Yeah, it's a bit late, but it's never too late for speedrunning. So this is Colin McRae DiRT. So Canada's a turning point between the Colin McRae and the DiRT series, the second to last game in the franchise to have the Colin McRae name. I will do we'll continue the intro into the beginning of the run because we have a 2 minutes, nearly 2 minutes unskippable cutscene right at the start. So let's count it down immediately in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, you made it. Excellent.
All right, so yeah, this game got released in 2006 or 7, end of 2006 or beginning of 2007. So it was really shortly before the death of the true Colin McRae, and why it was kind of the turning point between with the new series. It was also the game going further away from rallying in favor of a more polyvalent way of racing with like rallycross, pickup trucks, rally raid, which is a trend that will continue and even expand in the later DiRT games. So we will drive a bit of everything out of it. We have also the crossovers, which are parallel tracks similar to the Race of Champions or the Super Stages in Rally, if you're familiar with that. So yeah, here we have Travis Pastrana presenting us the game, and yeah, we cannot skip this cutscene, unfortunately. So yeah, every time you reset a run of this, you have to go through that. And, yeah, you will see that it's a pretty broken game as well. You will see a lot of glitches.
Yeah, Colin was giving me a showcase earlier on. Like, this is actually going to be a very... Like, you don't need any car knowledge. You just, like, get to experience, like, if you've ever seen a Mario Kart 64 speedrun, like, all of the crazy kind of, like, tricking the game into thinking you've, like, traveled a certain amount of the track, like, this is, like that on... It's on another level.
So yeah, we'll actually start with one of the few... so most of the multi-lap tracks are broken in this game. Actually, besides all of them, besides the rally raid layout and this one. So it's one of the few that is not broken yet. This game has not been reverse engineered, so there's no way of like seeing the checkpoints or understanding deeply the mechanics of the respawns and checkpoints and stuff like that. So perhaps if we knew about this, there would be probably way more shortcuts than there is right now, because yeah, this game is already broken as it is. It's only clues to more of that. And yeah, most of these findings were quite recent, except for the crossover skips. So yeah, the run in the last few months the world record went for like in 3 weeks it went from a 248 to a 201 load less. And yeah, this week actually we went under sub 2 load less.
I heard there was some intense competition, if you want to elaborate on that.
Yeah, because while preparing for this, I took the world record on Thursday, because yeah, with all those new findings, the record is not as optimized as it used to be. So I a bit unexpectedly got it, but I got beaten by 2 people today. By the former world record holder Faili by 15 seconds, and then also a German runner T-Fighter beat me by 2 seconds actually. And that cutscene you saw at the start, the duration depends on the language you pick. And actually English is only the second fastest. If you play in Russian, it would be 3 seconds faster. So had I played in Russian, I would still be second place. But I played in English on my TV, so...
So from what I understand, there's just like a gold rush in the community right now. Like all of these skips being discovered, like everyone's hunting for the record.
So the first skip in the run, and one of the most inconsistent one of the harder ones, and it's a bit random as well. So these 2 tracks are parallel, so if you start the lap to the left, you will end it up to the right, and you need to complete 2 laps. So we will try to jump to the other side. Oh, and I barely didn't make it. So yeah, I lose 10 seconds every time I reset this. So I guess if I fail like 3 or 4 times, it wouldn't be worth it compared to the normal way.
Oh, almost.
Yeah. I think I turned in a bit too early and didn't get the bigger ledge to take off. So let's hope this won't take too much time.
Oh,
there
you
we
did
go.
it nice. I thought you had to use the tires to hop the fence. I didn't realize you could just do it with.
Yeah, you can jump over. Yeah, with faster cars this would be easier, but sadly, at this stage of the game we can only do it with either the Clio and the core side. The Clio is actually too slow to make it, or at least for me it's too slow. Even if it's possible, it's like super hard.
Yeah, the car you're driving now is front-wheel drive, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I
the
assume,
Corsa that is front-wheel drive. Yeah.
So I assume you mainly have front-wheel drive cars. So just to kind of give context, front-wheel drive is you use the front tires to turn and accelerate. So the front tires are doing all the work, which means that like because just how weight moves around, weight moves backwards, is actually kind of disadvantageous because weight is not on the wheels; it causes them to spin. So once
yeah, the way the crossover tournament works is that it's a tournament bracket, so we won the semi-final by doing it the first time, so now we have to do it again, because now we are in the final, so we need to do it again to actually win the event.
Ooh.
So
at least the resetting is not like it just brings you straight. Like there's no loading screen. Obviously you still have
Thank God there's no loading screen. Even though the main timing method is loadless, at least for the marathon Yeah, no.
At least the fails are still spectacular.
Yeah, so obviously it's quite a reset heavy point in the run, and you couple that with a 2-minute cutscene at the start, and yeah, it's a bit.
It was shocking to me to see how much excitement is in like the first, like you said, the first 5 minutes of the run. Like you have like this skip, and like you were straight into like a truck race where the AI is like surprisingly aggressive in the first like 5-10 seconds. Like you kind of have to fight them off in turn one.
Yeah, because you start with 10 drivers all on the same start line. Like it's not like a regular starting grid where you're 2x2. Like everyone is alongside each other, and the track is getting narrower in those pickup truck races. So yeah, you can really get hit by an AI really easily. Need to be careful of that. That's also why I put chase cam at the start to have a bit more visibility on the side of where my opponents are. So there we go. We completed the second event.
All right, you can access 2 new events.
I love the enthusiastic.
Yeah, this is. But he's actually pretty angry if we give up, if we retire from a race. Like if we give up, he will be mad. So another ultra shortcut that you will see. So first Rallycross race of the run. There will be many of them. So this is a French track, Circuit des Ducs, located in Normandy. But that will soon be pretty irrelevant because we will just go close to the start line, reset the car. We climb over this ledge, go here, we will get respawn, and boom, the lap counts. So there's 3 laps, so we will do it again. Actually, we don't have collisions with the AI when we are doing the cuts like that, but they still try to avoid us. So it can confuse them quite a lot. So there we go, this Rallycross event is done, and we will move on to a hill climb, one of the races that have no glitches actually. So we will actually have to drive.
Just to talk about the structure, so we're trying to get points from these events, and when you get a certain number of points, you move up a tier. So the objective is obviously to reach the highest tier, and you kind of pick which events give you the points most easily. So now we're in this.
Yeah, they all bring the same amount of points, so really we want to focus on the one that takes the least amount of time to complete. So we will of course focus the one with the glitches, so we will focus a lot on the core races and the Rallycross events.
Yeah, you mentioned that like there was some rerouting because obviously skips were discovered, so certain events were prioritized over other ones. So like these rally events tend to be kind of pushed aside once skips are discovered because these tend to be less skip heavy than the cross races.
And the skips save a lot less time as well in Rally. Like the skips usually save like a few seconds. Meanwhile here we do like 7-second laps instead of 40. But surprisingly the route didn't change that much, like only like 4 or 5 races across the entire run, because Rallycross were already pretty short in comparison to the other ones, but yeah, it still like made them like way shorter. So yeah, this race is pretty straightforward, pretty fast, a lot of straight, but there's a few corners can be a bit tricky, they're a bit blind, a bit treacherous, especially this one. I've fallen off many times off this ledge here. But yeah, I took it a bit easy.
I do have to say, like, you make these games look really easy. Like, so you ran Colin McRae 2 quite recently, and like I was playing that on the plane. I had my handheld. I was playing up at the PS1 version, and I was like, why do Cousin Metzes look so easy? Like I'm failing on almost every corner, and like it's difficult. Like obviously you see real life rally drivers, they carry so much momentum through corners, and like it's the same thing here. Like mistakes can be so costly. Like obviously you're 14 seconds ahead on the split, but like it has to be that forgiving, because like it's very easy to lose multiple seconds just from overshooting a corner.
Alright, so another Rallycross, this time in Knockhill in the UK. So this cut is actually out of the 3 Rallycross layout, it's gonna be the most tricky one. So we are gonna push away these tire barriers, because we are gonna need to go there later. So we push this, now we have to go back. You will see that it's often the same pattern. Like we reset the vehicle behind the finish line, and then we try to get respawn close after the line. And you can see on the progression bar on the left the progress we make when we get respawn. So yeah, this one can be a bit tricky, because if you don't go far enough, you will get respawn without having a lap counted. Meanwhile, if you go too far, you can be respawned behind the finish line, and you have to redo the setup again to resume shortcutting. So we are done with tier 1. We have enough points to unlock tier 2, and you can see it's pyramid shaped. There's 10 tiers in total, and then you have the final race, the top of the pyramid that acts as a tier 11, is Champion of Champion events, where we will face Colin McRae, Travis Pastrana, and all the other real-life drivers that are featured in this game. So now we bought the Toyota Celica. So this is the reason, buying the car is the reason why we play on the middle difficulty and not in the lowest, because the prize money you get from the races depends on the difficulty you choose, and yeah, we need money to afford the cars we need.
And so yeah, basically higher the difficulty, the more damage you take.
Yes.
Yeah.
The more competitive the AI is, of course, and yeah, you also get stricter, you get harsher damage, and especially if you play on the lowest difficulty, you cannot have terminal damage.
If you play in the highest difficulty, do the AI do the cuts as well?
No, it's not that much.
These skips are so silly, I love it.
It's actually the AI is actually pretty easy compared to the subsequent Dirt games. Like in Dirt 2 and Dirt 3, the AI is a lot tougher on highest difficulties than it is on this game, in my opinion. Especially on the rallies. Like on the Rallycross and Core, it's pretty similar, but in the rallies, in Dirt 2 and 3, they are a lot better than in this game. So we have one of the few rally stages in the run, and you can see that this one is a bit busted as well.
Oh, I remember this one, yeah.
So we are driving a wonderful Grande Punto that is actually 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, we realized that earlier. We were trying to find it in the front-wheel drive section, and
yeah, it just wasn't there. We need to avoid the grass on the side, because it actually sucks up our entire speed if you clip 2 wheels in it for some reason. So we need to stay on the asphalt in that fast section. Yeah, you can see here I clipped a bit and I lost a lot of speed. You can also see in the hairpin the handbrake helps a lot. And it's pretty much on command, you press the handbrake, you turn. So yeah, here we go to the right, that's intentional. And we get respawned further down the road. And we will do it again. We go here, through the fence. Go towards those trees. Oh, I failed actually. I was supposed to be respawned around here. It's actually very rare that I fail this one. Actually here, almost in the corner, you get respawned. Normally the first one is harder to get than the second one, so yeah. It do happen. There's still gonna be a few more minor cuts here. Sadly, there is no way to skip all of these, at least no known way so far.
Should mention as well, you're playing a manual, right? So
yes.
There is a bit of debate in the community whether manual or automatic is better. Didn't you say that like 2 of the competing runners are using automatic?
Yeah.
You will see that like, because of most short shifts, sometimes like, I think automatic usually shifts around red line, doesn't it?
It shifts short, it lets the yellow line for a bit and then it shifts up. But the thing is, you need to shift really early in this game because as soon as the yellow line is up, the yellow light is up, you lose a lot of power. So it's even better to shift like a little bit too early sometimes.
And I assume you have better traction as well, wheel spin less. Yeah, because even if you notice when you're launching, like you shift from first to second really quickly. Like you just kind of get the initial momentum from first gear and then just put the power down in second.
Yeah, sadly we lost like 7-8 seconds from the shortcut that has been failed from getting the wrong respawn. But it do happen, and we will move on immediately to another shortcut, one that looks pretty funny in my opinion. So we are gonna drive that wonderful Fiat on the UK crossover. So it's the same principle. We are again on this type of parallel tracks, and they are all busted in this game. So again, we start to the left. If you complete a lap, you end up to the right, and again, if you start the lap to the right, you will finish it to the left. So
this is the first.
Complete 2 laps, and we will again try to get to the other side to do 1 lap instead.
This is the first Robo drive to run, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, we actually don't get to drive too many of them.
I think there's some in the UK races later on, right? The 8 Siege.
Yeah. Yeah, on the Rallycross that are also in the UK. So we go here, we go up that hill, above the rails. Oh, suddenly I got stuck here.
There's the denting of the fences. Oh yeah, you got the push. Lovely.
Yeah. Had I got a slightly better turnaround, the push would have been even better. You cannot have everything.
It's like a Doom speedrun trying to get the boosts from...
yeah, from the enemies, yeah. And there we go, since we are back to the left, lap will count. The game doesn't see any problem with that. And yeah, again, since it's again a tournament bracket, it was a semi-final, so we will have to do it again. Luckily, this shortcut is a lot easier than the Australia one we did with the Corsa earlier. So normally we should be fine, even though you can mess it up still. You can be stuck on the rail. You can also, if you go too far, you turn too late for the uphill, you can get respawned as well. And if you go too inside, the slope is actually too strong, and your car cannot go up. There we go. That was actually pretty good. Can you push me? Yeah, we went with the push. So yeah, for the gear up, as those stages, especially in rally, are often pretty intense. I guess that's also the perk of playing automatic, is that it's hard to always pay attention to that yellow light. So I actually have to rely a bit on sound as well when on too intense parts where I cannot really look at it.
I think this is the eternal debate of racing games. Like, you want to simplify your inputs as much as possible so you can focus. Like, it's been a massive debate with like analog versus digital inputs. Like, again, like manual versus automatic as well. Obviously, if you're like letting the game handle it for you, like you can kind of minimize the amount of things you... Oh, respawn.
So actually here we're gonna drop down from lap 1 to lap 0, but since we have an ultra shortcut to do after, it's faster to do that and then do the shortcut one more time, rather than to get with normal way here. Because yeah, the start line is really at the other end of the track compared to where the finish line is, which is here. So yeah, it's faster to do the cut one more time and get here fast rather than get there by the normal way. And this shortcut is pretty easy. You just reset yourself before the finish line and then
ooh, yeah, there's the
drive towards it. And yeah, you have no collisions with the AI as well when go here, so you are safe. You can just YOLO it.
2 more events open to you.
And then you will see that we can. What saved also so much time in this speedrun is that you can do those several times. If the race comes back, if a racetrack comes back, you can do the glitch again, and that's what we are gonna do because we are back on the French Rallycross track. And yeah, those skips works with any car that is fast enough. So in case of those Rallycross tracks, it's only the rally raid cars that are too slow to make it.
Yeah, so the main difference now is you have a 4-wheel drive, which like way more power than the Corsa did.
Yeah, it actually, this car is surprisingly pretty weak actually, and like you can see in the Australia that we have to redo during the Champion of Champions, we have to redo Australia with this car. And the lap times we get are actually not that much faster than the Corsa. It's a bit faster, but not that much.
Interesting.
Okay, so the next race is doesn't have a skip, but it's still one of the most unique ones in the run because it's gonna be a rally raid with the truck, and it's the only time we're gonna drive the truck. So we are gonna buy the other truck, not the one we got gifted, because the other one is a lot faster. We got the MAN truck. And so this is the trucks you can see in the Dakar Rally. And the gearbox of them are super weird.
Oh
like
wow, 4th gear, fifth.
Yeah, the first 5 gears are super short. So you're pretty much always in 6th and 7th. And actually this truck has even an 8th gear, but we are not gonna use it. We cannot be fast enough to have use for it in this track at least. And since we don't drive this car at any other point in the run, so just in this tight corner we will go back to 5th gear.
200.
And, look at this beauty.
Suspension's going absolutely crazy over these bumps.
Oh, oops. I'm gonna take that quick cam. There we go. Yeah, since it's a truck, we don't really see the hood. You can see that we are still higher than the bumper cam. So yeah, this corner are a bit blind. This truck drives surprisingly pretty well, especially since it doesn't go too fast. It's quite easy to keep on track. It handles those bumps pretty well, even though it looks spectacular. Your line is still usually like pretty stable. You still have decent control even when it's bouncing like that. So yeah, this truck is not too bad to drive. It's almost better to drive than the rally raid cars, in my opinion. But maybe I would have another opinion if we had to drive like a lot these trucks. Like, I guess the less we drive them, the funnier they make. So I clipped a bit too much towards the road edge here. It sucks a bit up it sucks a bit too much your speed.
Sorry, I just noticed a co-driver and I just remembered that run you did when you replaced the sounds
with
a year ago.
That's CMR2, yeah.
Oh my god, that was a fantastic run.
It was for CMR2. And it was actually my own mod, so I was pretty proud of it.
Really enhanced the run though. That I watched the VOD of that. Like I was enamored by it.
So last corner here, one of the last corners, the last tricky one at least, and now it's flat out until the finish line. After that jump, we have the finish. Luckily, you can do several laps, but luckily this race is only one lap. We don't have to suffer any further with this truck.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
And another crossover race is coming, which means another skip. So this is Germany, the crossover of Germany. And here we'll turn around at the start, similar to the super stages in CMR2, but not for the same reason though. And yeah, this glitch is one of the easiest you can do actually, so you can try it at home. It's really easy, you don't need any precise aiming or anything like that. You can just try it at home, you just go here, roughly here, smash into it, and the lap will count, and then you turn around, go for it again, and there we go. You finish the race.
I would love to know the lore behind, like, why the stewards allowed this.
So yeah, the finish line extends over the world, so you can just cross it, and yeah, the game doesn't seem to have any problem with that. So yeah, it was semi-final, now the final, so we are gonna do it again.
So I assume that the car damage gets restored after like every...
Yeah. Except in rallies. In rallies, you carry over the damage from one stage to another.
And you kind of have to repair certain things within.
Yeah, after like 2 stages, you can repair for a bit, just like a real rally. But yeah, on the other categories, you don't have to carry over the damage, nor have to pay anything to repair it. So here we are gonna buy the buggy. And yeah, this one is actually one of the hardest skip in the run, if not the hardest. And we have to do it many times over the course of the run, so your consistency at this skip will be very important when it comes to your final time, because yeah, it's quite costly as well to fail it usually, like compared to some other of the skip. So this is the finish line. So we are gonna immediately go to the left. Not go too far, perfect. The first gear of this car is really short. Here we're gonna align with this line on the grass, as you know, if you can see it. And yeah, it's quite precise. It's quite a narrow window. It might not look like it, but it's actually pretty... If you're slightly too much to the left or to the right, it will not count. But the good thing is, if you... Well, I'm a bit lost in my visual cue, but...
Yeah, the X-ray lamp there.
Okay, I got it. Nice.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah, sometimes if I don't turn exactly at the same spot as I usually do, it can be hard to find the visual cue back, because you can barely see that line, and there's 2 lines I aim for. One is more visible than the other, actually. The other one, I don't even know if on stream you can see it, like just from the...
Yeah, there's kind of like a tile, kind of like line that you can...
Yeah. And even like when you're at a standstill, it's actually barely visible, and you see it a bit more when you are actually moving. So another crossover race in Japan, and you know the drill. All the crossover layouts are broken in this game. This one can be occasionally failed. It's can be a bit tricky if you have if your visual cue is a bit off.
I just noticed the empty stands, and I'm just like imagining they're all like at the, like just at the food stands. They're just like, oh, it's cousin again. We know it's shenanigans.
So yeah, here when you respawn on the bridge, it means you got the correct respawn, because you respawn on the other side of the track, which means you will finish where you started to the left, which we're not supposed to, which means the game thinks you've done the 2 laps. And yeah, if you didn't see it well enough, we will have to do it again, because the semi-final, then the final, and we'll have actually we will actually have to come back to this layout later on with another car and do that cut again. So there we go. Most important is to not turn too early. Usually that's the mistake I make when I fail it. It's usually because I turn too early. So there we go, I respawned on the bridge, so it was correct once again. So far only the Australia skip has been a problem, but there can be more trouble along the way. So there we go, we cleared Japan, and we cleared tier 3 as well. We can move on to tier 4, and we will drive the Chevy again.
And before that, I'm gonna chip in with a donation, if that's okay.
Yeah, because we do the layout without a glitch, so you can, that we did at the start. So it's perfect time for messages.
We have $15 from Dr. Rank. So many fond memories of the Colin McRae series. When my siblings and I were getting a driver's license, my dad made us practice on Colin McRae 4. And just hope you didn't go too much off screen of track on your driving license. Thank you for the donation, regardless.
So yeah, as I said, we are back on the layout we did at the beginning on the first race. So this one sadly has no glitch yet. So we'll have to drive the normal way for 3 laps. We got quite a bad start, so...
Yeah, you got a taste of how aggressive the EI can be, like...
So we have a few traffic to navigate. So yes, this discipline, I don't even know if it still exists today, the core championship. Maybe... Since we're at a good time slot for Americans, maybe some American in the chat can know about it. Because it was pretty popular back then, I think, in the US. Those pickup trucks racing on dirt tracks that almost look like motocross tracks. But yeah, it's true that I haven't heard too much of them in the recent years. So I don't know if they still are as popular, but it never really exported outside of the US. It's your typically American racing series.
Is that your HUD lifting up over the crests?
Yeah, yeah, because I picked up some damage, so yeah, the hood is lifting a bit.
That's funny.
You need to be careful in this corner, you can flip sometimes. Like when you enter the banking, the left wheels decide to go to the moon.
Is there rubber banding in this game?
No, not really. Or at least it's really subtle if there is. Like as you can see, since we are not in the highest difficulty, we are pulling away by quite a bit. So yeah, last lap here. However, this is the first event that is like a championship consisting of 2 races. We'll have 3 races, championships later on. And of course the champion of champions at the end is a lot longer because it will go through all the different disciplines that the game has to offer. So then we will move on to back to Bark River. And yeah, we'll have to do the skip with the truck, and actually the visual cue are like slightly different from one car to another for this skip because they are not exactly the same width. Also with the hood cam, your perception is not exactly the same. Oh, sorry, it's Crandon. It's not. No, it is Bark River. So yeah, your perception as well with the hood cam can be a bit different. For example, with this car, I use the little screws you see on the hood will be useful for me to line up for the shortcut. So let's see if we can do it again. There we go. You can see with the progression bar when it goes up, it means I got it successfully. Otherwise, it will. I will either get a wrong respawn or the progression bar will not go up.
How many times does this track appear across the any percent category?
I think 4 or 5 times.
Damn, it's a...
Oh, yeah, what's too far to the right?
Oh.
As you can see, I was too far to the right. Because
You're really getting a sense of how precise this is.
Yeah.
I think you made it look easy the first time.
Where am I? Okay. Here. Okay, that's good. And we have to do it one more time. As you can see, despite failing it once, we are still so far ahead of like the AI or if that is driving normal way. That's how much time those keep save, and we do it so many times that it adds up a lot to the run. And nice.
Lovely.
We can finish this race and move on to another crossover event. Which means another skip to showcase.
I think the other drivers should complain that you're cheating like every track. No one says anything.
Oh yeah, the YouTube comments will hate this run probably.
Oh my god.
So actually this one also has a cut at the start that was used before. But the one we're gonna use is a lot easier and is faster as well. So there's not really any reason to use the other cuts these days. So again, you know the drill. Our goal here is to get to the other side to do one lap instead of 2. And on this one, it's fairly easy as well, because after this bridge, we can just go here. And once you're close enough, you can reset the car, and boom, you're on the other side of the road. Quite a massive oversight, this one, like. And he is close behind us, but yeah. I must imagine his reaction to see us, like, popping in front of him while we're supposed to be on parallel tracks. There we go. Semi-final cleared, so we'll have to do it again. That way, if you didn't see it properly the first time, you have another chance to see it.
Do the other Colin McRae games have this kind of glitch as well? But for this one?
Yeah, usually the super stages are...
The CMR2 has like a fascinating one where you like phase into... how does it work again?
The goal in CMR2 in those stages is to turn around and catch up to the AI, like to hit the AI facing it, so that you get disqualified.
Oh my god.
Which is a faster way to clear the stage than to just get to the finish. But yeah, like I ran Colin McRae Rally 2 here in summer 24, and yeah, this game is quite busted as well. I would say these two games are the most busted in the Colin McRae / DiRT franchise. But I think they all have at least their fair share of glitches. I know the first game has a few out of bounds, not as many as the sequel, but it still has a few of them. And actually, this is the only time we are gonna see the Group Bs in the run in this Rallycross event. So we have the choice between the 205 and the Delta, but the Delta is the fastest car in the game, actually.
Wow, okay.
Excluding the Pikes speed car, but you can only drive the Pikes speed car on hill climb. But for Rallycross or rallies, this is the fastest car in the game, the Delta S4. And it actually makes sense to drive them in Rallycross, because that's actually how Rallycross got popular when they banned Group B from WRC, and the manufacturers had invested millions in cars that couldn't drive anymore. They decided to make them compete in Rallycross instead. And yeah, it was a very obscure discipline until that point, but since Group B was so popular, some people started watching Rallycross in order to see the Group B again.
Actually, didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so we are back on no-kill. Yeah, sadly you will only see this with the Delta, because this is the only two races we are gonna do with it, and we are gonna just use it to go out of bounds. I hope there are not gonna be too much turbos in the way. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We got to the end of the first lap, so now we're on lap 2. And now we will be on lap 3, and we just have to cross the line. And that's it. And yeah, we are gonna move on to a rally. So finally we are gonna do some driving again. More intense than on the truck one as well, because the rally stages are pretty intense in this game, especially since you can go pretty fast. Compared to like a more realistic game, you can still corner really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we bought the Citroën C4, which was brand new at the time of release. I think it's even a concept car still, the C4 WRC. That would become one of the most dominant cars in the history of rally, with Love winning many titles. With
a little bit of French pride coming there, is there?
So yeah, Germany is a tarmac. I actually love to drive this car on tarmac. It feels great.
Yeah, because typically you can change your tires. I think you can in CMR2. Like here, it's just one tire compound. Like you don't really have much control over that, right?
Yeah, no, you don't control it.
Yeah, you could like change like wet or dry for gravel, mud.
Yeah, but even in CMR2, whatever they give you as default is always best.
Oh, cool. That's probably why I was struggling so much then.
I mean, the difference is not most of the time not that high. which is a bit weird in Tarmac. So yeah, we have a few minor skips coming in those stages, but they are not as game-breaking as the one that makes you skip entire laps. Some of them are super funny. Again, in those hairpins, the handbrake is helping really a lot, otherwise you will have a lot of understeer in those hairpins. Especially because the brakes tend to lock up quite easily in this game.
You can kind of downshift to control like the steering as well, can't you? Oh!
Oopsie.
Ah, you're still 14 seconds ahead.
So there's a cut here, but I need to aim correctly. Yes, we got it. We got to respawn a bit further ahead. And then we're gonna have another cut. We're gonna YOLO through that chicane here.
Ooh, nice. That was probably the most stylish ones. Well, actually, I liked the barrier hop. That was probably...
Yeah, you need to be careful with those trees to the left and to the right, because if you hit them head-on, it's actually terminal damage. So the bush is fine, but the trees on the sides are no. Yeah, these chicanes are flat out, even though it's barely flat out. This is a right 3 according to the co-driver, by the way. Which is a criminal in my opinion to label this as a right 3. And then we are get to the end of the stage after this jump, but this rally has 2 stages actually. So yeah, we cannot repair after this first stage, so thankfully our car is still in decent shape, but like yeah, if you have a big crash in this first stage, you would have to carry it over to that one as well.
Is there a way to see the damage? I know in later games.
Yeah, if you pause the game, you can see.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you normally get a sense of how damaged the car is, like just from driving it? Yeah.
Yeah, because then it starts pulling to one side or accelerating a lot slower.
Yeah.
So usually that's the consequences of heavy damage.
Do you ever play Need for Speed High Stakes? That has like really animated, like you can hear the suspension like collapsing on itself every time you turn. It's
yeah, and the damage can be quite visible, especially if it's on the front. You can really see your car. Like sometimes it can even look more impressive than it actually is. But like, yeah, sometimes when your car is really damaged, you have like pretty much no front left at all. So a bit of a cut here, and we are gonna have another one here.
I think it's important to add because like the later games add...
No. Oh my god, barely in the tree. Okay, and this one I'm gonna do here doesn't save a lot of time and is a bit inconsistent.
I love the...
So I think in an actual PB attempt it wouldn't be really worth it, but I go for it just to showcase it. Hopefully I will get it successfully. So yeah, you go here, get respawned around here, and you get respawned further ahead, and it saves like 2 seconds. I think. Maybe less than that even.
I love the levitating weeds. They really add to the vibe. Like, this is Germany, right? Like,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, Germany actually is like Vista-wise. Like, obviously, you kind of showed some of the cracks, but I think like these, like, obviously the color grading is miserable, but like I think the scenery is generally quite well done in these tracks. I love the kind of stone walls, like the bridges. But yeah, I was going to say earlier, like later games added like flashbacks, so you could, if you incur too much damage, you could kind of roll back here. You're kind of stuck. Like obviously, you have to like restart the rally from. Do you have to just do the stage, or do you have to do the entire from the stage?
You know, you can just restart the stage if you.
Okay, that's
crash
right.
out. Yeah.
I think they made the game more forgiving over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was playing CMR2, and like if you make a mistake on the second stage, and you're like, I can't recover from this, like.
Yeah, you cannot even restart manually. On CMR2, but yeah, on this game you can. Yeah, thankfully it was the second and last stage, so we don't have to carry over any more damage.
The mechanics won't mind.
So we are done with tier 4, and we're gonna move on to tier 5. We are gonna win the exige that we are gonna drive immediately. As you can see, there's less and less events available, so you need less races to move up as well. However, the events get longer because like you get more races to do each time. Like now everything is a championship pretty much, or a several stage rally. So now you already know all the Rallycross shortcuts. This is Croft. So now you should know by now that we go here, and then we go here, and now we are at the end of the lap. And yeah, we need to be careful about not turning in too early to the right, otherwise we'll get respawned before the lap counting, and you have to do it one more time. Which loses like, I don't know, a bit less than 10 seconds perhaps. And yeah, it's a 2 race championship, so we are gonna skip the French track as well. And yeah, the race after will be a skip you didn't see yet, and a very tricky one as well. Can be a bit tricky. Oh, that was... I almost fell in the lake to the right, which would have been... It would have failed... It's even terminal damage, I think, if you go in the lake.
I was gonna ask, yeah.
If you go too close to the lake, it will just say terminal damage. And like in these games, there's not even a cutscene or anything when you get terminal damage. It's just like the game stops and you get the pop-up on the screen, terminal damage, like... immediately. Oh. No, wrong car. You need to buy this one because the other one is not powerful enough. Actually, the gap between the two buggies is insane.
I was gonna ask like how the balance generally is in this game.
Yeah, I mean generally it's alright, but in some cases it's not. But I don't know how intended or not it is. So yeah, we'll have to do a turnaround here. So it's almost the same as the one in the beginning, but this time you go left here. And that changes everything because this one has a shortcut thanks to that. Please let me die. Because normally, you know, we used to drive on the right side, like where am I where I am right now. But the layout is to the left, so we get that respawn here, then don't go too early. And then here you will get respawn, and actually I failed. Yeah, this one can be troublesome. And if you fail like that, I got respawned too far, that means you have to redo the entire setup. So you have to go back here and do it again. I probably went too late, so let's do it like that.
There we go.
There we go. This time it worked. So we are at the end of lap 1. That was too early. So the lap didn't count, but at least we don't have to redo the setup. Oh, there we go, the lap counted. So we are now on lap 2. This worked. So now we are at the end of lap 3 and we only have to drive to the finish line. And as you can see, the bumps are much worse on this layout on the left side. Oh, sorry, we have a second race. So yeah, we do Crandon, and Crandon we are gonna do the skip we always do. So reset the car, turn around, and go back to lap 0 from lap 1 pretty much, even though it doesn't show up on screen. It subtracts a lap to cross the line, but we need to in order to get that respawn. And yeah, even by doing it one more time, you can see that it worked because even though I'm still on lap 1, I went from 10s to 1st in the process, and then you can more clearly see the progress going up, whether with the lap counter or with the bar on the left side. And there we go.
Too cool for school.
So now we are actually gonna do some hill climb again on the middle section of Pikes Peak. Pikes Peak is probably the most famous hill climb in the world. Pretty famous climb in Colorado, USA. In this game it's divided in 3. You have Pikes Peaks A, B and C. You can also drive A, B, B, C, or the full layout. This is only the B, so the middle section of it. Nowadays, The entirety of the Pikes Peak climb is a tarmac, but that was not the case back in 2007. So we got to experience half paved, half dirt climb of Pikes Peak, and yeah, this car is actually, this Subaru is actually dead slow for this climb. So
yeah, like typically they use like 900 horsepower machines, extremely lightweight, like insane downforce. It's quite.
And it's a pretty steep climb. It might not look like it, but it's a pretty steep climb. Like the summit is at 4,500 meters, I think, or something like that. So it's quite a big mountain. So yeah, this race is not the most interesting in the run, to be fair, because there's no glitches that come with it neither. So yeah, we pretty much have to suffer through. So if you have any message to or donation, now is a good time.
Not at the moment, but as I said in the chat just before, like every time I do one of these skips, I just shake my head and like think the developers must have found these before. Like they are so way too simple to be.
I think they must have just expected the drivers to play honestly. Like,
I mean, it's still waited 2025 for us to find them for most of them.
I suppose, yeah.
But yeah, by like back in this summer, you pretty much only had like the Germany skips, and you had the crossovers, all the crossover ones, and that was pretty much it. You didn't have any of the Rallycross skips, and not any of the core skips. So yeah. If it was there on purpose, it still took us time to find them.
Yeah. But I still think like most levels probably have some skip that you haven't found yet.
Yeah, and they're also easier because we found a consistent setup, but like many of them, the first footage of them, it was like way more wonky setups, because even the person who found them was just doing random stuff, and then when it worked, then it took some time to understand like why did it work, like what was important in the random stuff he did and what was not, and yeah, step by step filter out the like unnecessary part of the setup and what's actually important to aim for.
Is the like Dirt 1 community like kind of, is there a lot of crossover with the other CMR games?
Yeah, we share a Discord server for all the CMR games and Dirt games speedrunning. So if you go to any of the leaderboards, any of the Dirt games, any of the Colin McRae rally games, you can find on speedrun.com the link to the Discord, the Colin McRae speedrunning Discord. And yeah, it's a very welcoming community, very nice bunch of people, so don't hesitate to come and join in. And yeah, we can answer any question or help you if you want to pick up one of those games. Some are more active than others, so maybe in some games it might be a bit easier than others to find help, but like for I would say the first 3 Dirt games and the first 2 CMRs are quite a bunch of people, and even CMR 3 and 4 and 05 have a bunch of dedicated members as well. So now we are actually going to use the core buggy on the Rallycross. There's actually also an event where you use the Rally Red cars on Rallycross, but it's the only Rallycross event available that we will not do, because the Rally Red car is actually too slow to perform the cuts, so it's not worth it.
What would you say your favorite class of cars are to drive?
I think it's the C4, Citroen C4, or the Corolla of Pikes Peak, either one of them. They are really, really nice cars to drive, in my opinion. So there we go, that counted, despite having some obstacles in the way. So one more time, we'll do it. And we will clear no kill, and we have to do as well the French track to clear this championship and to clear tier 5. So there we go, by now you... And actually, yes, those buggies, surprisingly, they are pretty fast, especially this one. I guess that the thing with American motorsport is just you put a piece of wood on 4 wheels and you strap a 800 horsepower engine to it, which which makes it pretty much, yeah, which makes it by default pretty fast. As you can see, it's a bit hard to maneuver this truck, but the sheer power of it is...
Are these rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive?
They're all-wheel drive.
Oh, cool, okay.
You're doing me proud, man.
Yeah, like it's wheel spinning even in seconds. Like I think that kind of speaks to the power and just...
And I know in real life the truck can be two-wheel drive or all-wheel drive.
I really didn't know the FTO was in this game, that's cool.
Yeah, and the FTO Pikes Peak, and as much as I love the FTO in Gran Turismo game, this is the worst race of the run in my opinion. This car is super bad to drive. I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's almost like you're floating above the track. Like it gives you the illusion that it's gonna turn well, but it doesn't.
I'm gonna say with that front wing, like that should be pushing, unless it's just generating too much. Like it's too front positive, I guess. I don't know.
Because like it's quite responsive at first, but then when as the corner goes on, you realize you're actually not turning, even though the first impression is that you are. So and you have a lot of these long corners because this is the lower side of Pikes Peak. This is A plus B.
Yeah, I can notice the handling looks very vague. Like you're just like, yeah, exactly there. Like the turn input just had a delay.
Yeah, and those signs on the sides are not like in Need for Speed. Like those signs, they will kill you if you hit them. Like you will lose all your speed. They will make you spin, give you a lot of damage as well. You really want to avoid the signs on the edge of the road. That's why in some of the corners they are pretty badly placed, like right at the edge of the racing line. So I usually go a bit more cautious in those sections. Take a bit of margin just to make sure. Because I prefer to underdrive the corner a bit rather than to touch that pole and that sign and then die. Especially I'm still on middle difficulty, so I can get terminal damage as well, which can happen in some section of this layout. Ooh, okay, saved it with this, but a lot of speed loss. So as you can see, when we leave the lower side, it becomes dirt.
It honestly looks like it's almost handling better on the dirt, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, yeah, kinda. I guess it's because we cannot corner as fast. It's not as scary. But yeah, I agree that it almost behaves better. Also, I guess it's also because we are meant to drive dirt tires, which usually tend to be quite slidey on asphalt.
It would be interesting to know like the tire compound data, because like some games like Gran Turismo, for example, have a ton of parameters for like how the car grips while sliding, like X and Y parameters, like yeah, like I suppose like when you have different terrains and like there's a lot to simulate.
Oh yeah, in a game like that, absolutely. But if there's no tire compounds, I guess to simulate dirt tire grip on the tarmac, they probably just made the tarmac less grippy. That probably would have been the easiest choice to make.
Yeah, like I know Gran Turismo has had an interesting history with like if you have racing super softs, like the stickiest like tarmac compounds, it grips perfectly in the wet. But like if you put them on dirt, it just cannot put the power down at all. It needs dirt tires. So like there is some simulation going on, but like you would think that like tires that actually are able to wick away the rain would perform better, but that's not how it handles it.
So we are back on a bit of asphalt. Actually, that's one of the cleaner. I'll jinx myself.
Well, you've lost your wings, so maybe. Oh
my god! Can I get back on track? I jinxed I was about to say this race was going like fairly cleanly for usual, but yeah, you can see the car is pulling to the left now. Yeah, the car is quite destroyed right now, and we lost quite a lot of time as well in the process. Oh yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but
Oh no, only 24 seconds ahead. You're losing. Jeff Irvine is on your tail.
Yeah, I think even in the hardest difficulty we would still be ahead. We need to be careful here because if you fall on the left here in the trees, it's terminal damage instantly. You don't get respawn or anything like that. It's a bit random, like some of those...
Oh! Okay. Oh?
Okay. QFTO. Yeah, some of these like cliffs, you can fall off and you will just get respawn, and some of them you will get terminal damage. It's a bit random. And now the car is even more damaged, like it's really pulling left quite hard now.
Is it helping at all? Like...
No, actually it's not. Even in the left corner it's not helping at all. Oh my god, I almost cannot turn to the right, it's insane.
There is how you only lost 2 seconds on that split.
Okay, yeah, we have only one more sector, thankfully, and thankfully we won't have to drive this car again in the run. So, yeah, I'm really glad. But yeah, and I think it's quite a shared opinion about players of this game that this car doesn't drive well.
I did notice the gear ratios were very strange. Like, yeah, third is really short, fourth's really long, but like, I don't know how like the game really handles like power curves and such. So,
I mean, it makes sense for these cars to have pretty short gearbox. That's often the case in Rally Hill Climb.
I guess if you're mainly exiting in second and third.
Oh my god! Thank God this was not terminal damage. What
yeah, I saw the low pop-up in the side.
Yeah, I was actually pretty scared because I would have had to redo the race from the start.
Wow.
Okay, well. That was a bit of a mini heart attack at this late hour. It's
Good save,
not
good
really
save.
what I need. Alright, yeah, so we now use that wonderful Renault 5 Turbo. And the real one, not the new one. Even though the new one looks pretty good.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I was doing research into it recently for one of my Gran Turismo videos.
So yeah, we will actually do all three layouts of Rallycross because there's only three Rallycross layouts in the game, as you might have guessed by now. And yeah, in this event we have to do all three of them. So if you miss the beginning of the run and just tune in, you will see all three cuts at once. And yeah, sadly the first livery you have available is always kind of janky one, and there's a pretty liveries, you need to buy them with in-game currency.
Have the
just like the cars, but yeah. So yeah, since we're in the speedrun, of course we're not gonna bother buying the liveries. So what was that?
Yeah, I was, have the cuts received any names yet?
Not really, actually. Not that I know of.
Missed opportunity?
We just call it the X name of the layout, like name of the layout.
Ah, okay,
cut,
yeah.
Like X layout cut.
Yeah, you'll often see in some communities. Always interesting.
Oh. Got a bit held up by the Lancia here.
Is it a thing? So this is a mid-engine car. So like, if you smash the front of the car, like it's still going. The engine's still going to be okay, isn't it?
Yeah, but the steering though is still gonna be.
Of course.
Still gonna be really bad.
Yeah, that was a thing in Need for Speed as well. High stakes where like once you kind of get into the later tiers, you're driving like mid-engine, rear-engine cars, and it makes it actually a bit more forgiving because most of your collisions are just like head-on. So,
especially since most racing games tend to have stricter damage model for the front of the car rather than the rear, especially older games. Like on PS1 era games, it's almost every game it is like that. So we are back to Japan, so it's a skip we did like quite a while ago by now. So if you just tuned in, you might have missed it. But you're not too late, because you can witness it now, and we'll have to do it 3 times in a row, because now we have a quarter-final stage for this crossover event. So again, we start on the left side. You would finish the lap to the right, and vice versa. So you need 2 laps to complete the race. Get back where you started. And yeah, with this respawn, we actually got respawn on the other side of the track, which means we are already on lap 2 by game logic. Which will allow us to complete the race. And we are gonna need to do that 2 more times. So yeah, if you mess it up, it's quite easy to spot. You just get respawned where you should be, aka on your side of the track. If you didn't get it successfully. So usually it's under the bridge that you get respawned when you get right here under the bridge. Oh yeah, that was too early for you. And I actually don't know where to go from there, so I'd rather restart. Yeah, I said earlier that I would occasionally fail this one, so here it comes. I guess I steered too early. That's 90% of the time what the reason why when I fail. There we go. Okay. For some reason with this car you respawn a bit further behind on the bridge than with the Subaru most of the time. I have no idea why, to be fair.
So I guess maybe in the data somewhere there might be like a coordinate of like where the cars... Normally it'd be like the car's center of gravity, I don't know. But
yeah.
Some nebulous parameter.
Yeah, it could be that the car goes a bit further than the Subaru before getting respawned, since it's a bit of a faster car. But can only speculate. I don't know the actual answer. So there we go, we are in the final now, so we will do it a 3rd time. Hopefully not mess it up again. There we go.
Is there ever a situation where you don't want to fully rev the car when you're launching it, or if you want to launch it like a lower RPM or something like that?
Yeah, I don't think it matters too much. You just want as much speed as possible. I think if you go too slow, you're more likely to be too early. And there we go. We are done with tier 6.
Lucky number 7, the next level. Go for it.
So now we will buy the Xara Rallycross, which is a pretty fast car. Even though we're only gonna use it to glitch our race through, obviously. So we are gonna buy the Xara. The other option was the Saab, and the Saab could have been a nice car to drive since we're in Sweden, but sadly this car drives terribly bad. I'm sorry. Like it just spins around all the time. It's a disaster. So I'd rather stick to the Xara, which was also a very dominant car in WRC before the C4. Even though it's not exactly the same car as the Rallycross version.
This is front-wheel drive as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. And there we go, we are again gonna go for all 3 layouts in this of the Rallycross. And yeah, now you can see that as well we have less... The events are longer, but we have less and less of them to complete, so... Sorry. Overall, most tiers are mostly the same lengths to complete. Some of them are slightly longer, but like... It's all like between 10-15 minutes for pretty much all of them. Champion or champion that is only one championship is yeah, surprisingly not like even shorter than the other tiers.
We were laughing earlier because the Champion of Champions somehow pays less than the events before it.
Yes.
Time, man. Let's
Yeah,
get
yeah.
with a new race.
Yeah, the prize monies and stuff, it doesn't really make any sense. Like, even the later race events, they barely pay more than some of the earliest one. So we are back with the Ickler buggy. And yeah, we are back on Chula Vista B, so it's a version we can cut, thankfully. Yeah, we already did it with this car. No, we did it with the other buggy, I think. It's slightly easier with this one, in my opinion, than with the other one, because this one is faster, so you're less likely to go too early. The timing is a bit less precise. Yes, this worked. Is this not too early? No, yeah, that was close, but it was not too early. This one is good as well. We have to do it one more time. Oh, that's early.
Oh?
Ah, yeah, that was too early. Okay, at least we didn't lose the setup.
Is there any, like, what's the cue to kind of tell?
I usually tend to exit like near the, like towards the end, right before the next bump. But if you go too close to it, then it will unsettle you. So I pretty much try to aim for it. It's a bit hard to describe exactly, but I know the point where to aim. And then I've noticed that once you're on the other side, you kind of want to stay away from the where you're supposed to be. I feel like you're more likely to get respawned too close to the finish line if you stick too much to the left, which is why you can see me keep going to the right rather than completely straight. I don't even know if it's placebo or if it's actually working, but I've noticed I really get way less often the quotation mark too late respawn by doing that. So we are back to Crandon, and again this skip is pretty straightforward, much easier than the previous one. You can try it alone. Shouldn't take you more than a few attempts to pass it. And yeah, now we are about to do a pretty funny shortcut, which is gonna be the crossover of Spain, which we haven't seen yet. So we are gonna take the Citroën C4 again, and I love driving the C4 on Tarmac. It's probably my favorite combination. So, and unlike most of the other crossover, we need to drive the entirety of the first lap. And in case you wonder, no, the side you start in this game is not RNG. You always start on the left side, no matter the layout. So at least there's no RNG in that. You don't have two versions of the cuts or anything like that. Or you don't have to reset for a good side. You will just always start there. So you will always have to drive the entirety of the first lap here, because the skip we're gonna do can only skip the second lap. So it's quite a twisty track, very technical.
Yeah, you can really tell the difference in just how the car grips.
Yeah, it says it's in Girona, but I'm not sure this track actually exists. It's a real city for sure, it's near Barcelona, but I'm not sure that layout exists. At least I tried to look it up and couldn't find anything. So yeah, beginning of lap 2 we're gonna turn around and we're gonna do this. Ooh. Oh, and I failed actually. Actually, if I don't get it the second time, it's gonna be tricky because then the AI is gonna catch up to me. And I cannot go normal way because I would lose to the AI now, so I have to pass it, otherwise I have to redo the first lap. I think I was too far to the right. I don't know if I even fast enough with the damage now. Okay, it worked. Nice.
Out of the park.
But yeah, that's the tricky thing about this one, is that if you fail it the first time, you need to get it the second time, otherwise you will be slower than normal way, and you will lose to your opponent. And you also pick up damage while doing that hit, so usually your car is like it was here, pretty destroyed on your second attempt if you need to. And it takes quite a while to redo the setup, like it's a good 15 seconds time also, I would say, for that car. And yeah, we actually have to do it 3 times, because this was a quarterfinal and now we are in the semi. So I hope I can get it first try on the other 2 occasions. The thing that makes me doubt about the existence of this track is that I don't see what purpose it could have beside the super stage of a rally.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
You cannot use it as a real race, as a regular racetrack, pretty much.
I was saying maybe you could ID the hotel or whatever that like kind of dual building there is, but like it does look a bit Oh, there we go.
Nice. One more time, and we're gonna be through stage 7. Because we're on the last event for stage 7. And yeah, even though you can see we are barely more than like halfway through the run. But first, the estimate is really lenient because all the shortcuts I'm showing you they were not all discovered when I submitted this. So this might go underestimate if it keeps going like that. But yeah, we're still like barely more than halfway through the run. That's because the champion of champion is actually pretty long. And yeah, steer 10 as well. Even though it's only one event, it's like almost 10 minutes. It's nice, it's like what, around 6 minutes perhaps. Okay, my setup is a bit jank here. Let's see if I can still have enough speed. Should be good. Yeah, it is.
Nice one.
So we are through.
That was exciting stuff. You're through to Tier 8 for all your effort.
And the name of some of these opponents look weird. Like they kind of look like names from the country, but except they don't really make sense. So here I can switch to rookie actually, because this is the last car we are gonna buy in the entire run. Yeah, the Celica GT, it's the fastest car in the game, period, but since you can only drive it in hill climb, for the other categories it's the Delta.
Oh, that's intense oversteer.
Yeah, so this car actually did Pikes Peak in real life. It was made for Pikes Peak and it was pretty successful at it as well. And yeah, this car is pretty nice to drive. It's really fast, pretty grippy. And yeah, if you remember the Escudo from Gran Turismo, I think this car was one of its competitors. Or at least close to it, like as similar. Maybe this one is a bit older than the Escudo. But since sometimes those cars are used for several years. I know the Escudo, for example, was used for quite a long time at Pikes Peak.
It's quite a shame that like there's not really much being done with the Pikes Peak license at the moment, like Left Knee Digital. Apparently, yeah. I think it's exclusive rights, I'm not 100% sure, but
yeah, I'm not sure. Because it's in Dirt Rally 1. But I don't think it's in Dirt Rally 2. So I don't really know like what in recent years has been done, what games feature Pikes Peak.
I mean, you did mention that like a lot of the roads were paved, weren't they?
Yes. I think on Dirt Rally 1 you got both versions actually.
That's cool actually, yeah.
Yeah. You have like the modern...
Oh.
Okay.
The way it just snaps to grip.
Yeah.
That's...
So this is the layout B and BC, I think. So we only don't do the lower part. This is the layout we are gonna do it again in Champion of Champions. And you can see it's towards the top. You really don't have anything anymore. Like you're above the tree line. No civilization, no trees, no nothing. Just sand. Yeah, we still have a few trees. And yeah, back in the day, so the online for this game, of course, is long time shut down. But there used to be a game mode where you could play with up to 100 players in the server. And for some reason, they never carried over because, like, things more casual player didn't like it because you were just driving the stage on your own, not seeing the other at all. But you could see it, like, you could only see the split time.
I remember that was a massive selling point of like that gen. I remember there was one, it was like kind of a competitor to Call of Duty Battlefield.
Oh yeah, Mag,
yeah.
I had a friend that tried hard in this game.
Yeah, definitely if you could get like insane player counts, that's like, that could just sell the game alone.
Yeah, but to be honest, I liked it, the 100 players, because like it's a rally, so you're not supposed to be near your opponents anyway, so...
It's kind of funny how it died out and came back again. Like, we had a phase of, like, every game getting, like, a 99 mode.
Yeah. But I think in this game it wasn't making sense, and for some reason they never carried it over. Like, even in Dirt 2 or Dirt 3, you're stuck with 8 players lobby. So, yeah. It's a bit unfortunate that they scrapped that.
I guess it just kind of depends on how many active players you have, unless you kind of like fill it with, like I know F-Zero 99 for example, like it's like kind of set lobbies, and then if they don't get any within the time limit, they just fill it with bots.
Oh yeah, and because it's Nintendo games, they don't tell you it's bots, so...
Yeah, there was a lot of confusion around the community where they're like, are they merging lobbies? What's happening here?
Yeah.
It was only when the player base kind of died down a little that like it was super obvious they were just bots.
Yeah, so I guess it's dead internet theory, but make it F-Zero 99. I don't know if they do the same for Tetris 99.
Actually not sure. F-Zero was the one I watched way more.
Yeah. I mean, the hype for Tetris 99 is I think a bit dead anyway.
Honestly, like there is still quite a few people playing F-Zero 99 from what I've seen. like there's like a very dedicated...
I think there's probably a lot more players on F-Zero 99 than Tetris 99 right now. At least I hear a lot more about F-Zero 99 these days.
It's honestly quite impressive that they supported the game still, like adding new tracks and like reverse layouts and such.
Yeah, how old is F-Zero 99?
I'm actually not sure. I think it was 2023 maybe.
Okay, so it's still pretty young. Yeah. I mean, I think 3 years for a multiplayer game is not like it's normal to still maintain it.
You keep winning like this, there's no stopping you. Take it to the next.
So yeah, now we have to go back to the buggy, but not the one we drove previously. We're gonna go back on the Schwalbe, which is for Chula Vista A, which I think we have to do. Is the trickiest, but it's for Bark River. It's the easiest car to get in with because it's more narrow. So for Bark River, it gives you a bit more of leeway. Makes it easier to line up. Oh, I think I'm too fast to reset the car. Barely. So again, you know the drill. We're gonna do that 5 times. That's what we gotta do, and yeah, in those races you save so much time because like a lap of this is like what, 40-50 seconds, something like that, if you drive normal way, and you have 4 laps of this. I forgot, like it's like what, the 4th time we race this track by now.
Yeah, so what would the like any percent like record been like say a year ago?
It was 248, yeah. A lot less. And now it's 159. a low 159, and that 248 was a lot more optimized than the 159 is.
It was you that broke the 2-hour barrier, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Nice.
by a few days. Okay, so now we are back on Chula Vista B. With the car I tend to have more trouble with. Okay, this attempt was good. And usually when I got it once, you know, I can rely on where I broke the barriers the first time. But here I was too early. So that also helps going back to the same spot I want. This time it worked. This time it worked as well. So one more time, we'll do it. There we go. Technically it's a bit faster to go for it again because those bumps are too slow, but I prefer to not take the risk.
I'm having a lot of fun watching the suspension, like it's like clipping through like the...
Yeah, these things have such soft suspensions, it's insane. It's so bouncy. So there we go, 4 laps of Bark River, so that's as many opportunities to fail it. Potentially more opportunities because if you fail it, you have to do it one more time. So it's also an extra opportunity to fail it. So, and actually it's the first time in the run we do it with this car, so it's hard to keep in mind your lineup, but again I still think overall it's the easiest car to get it with, thankfully. Like it's better that it's that way, that the car where you have like where you have to wait 1 hour and a half before having the chance to do it. And I think it's better to have the easiest car on that one. Like if it was with the Hitler, it would be a lot trickier, I think. No, that was too far to the right.
Yeah, I guess like you don't really have much of a queue like with the last car you had, like the...
Oh, and that was too much to the left, no. And yeah, too much to the left loses more time because as you can see I need to go around. When you're too far to the right you just get respawned at the start line, finish line. So.
Hey, you got to demonstrate both of them, it's fine.
Yeah, both ways to fail the cut. Here should be fine. Nice. Okay. So I have to do it 2 more times. I'm still a full lap ahead of the AI despite this struggle. That's how powerful Mercury is. Yeah, I feared it. That it would be too far to the right. I had my doubt.
Yeah, it is nice that you can kind of use the previous attempt as like a cue, like with the tire marks.
Nice. One more time. Where is the cue? Okay, here. Nice.
Lovely, nice.
There we go, okay, nice. So tier 9 now. So tier 9 you have 2 events. We have a Rallycross with Xara. We're gonna go back through all 3 layouts again. So by now you should know by heart what the shortcuts are. And then we'll actually have a rally in Australia that has no cuts, but it's the stages are quite difficult for me, and I usually tend to struggle a bit with this rally. A lot of skill issue. Turns out when you actually have to drive the car, it's harder. And yeah, this time it's 5 lappers, but yeah. Thankfully now my consistency on the RX layout is pretty much 100%. Like occasionally, mistake can happen, but it's very rare overall. And it's not even that costly to make one mistake on this layout. As you know, it's 7 seconds laps with the skips. You can.
I'd like to imagine that, like, when you go up the tiers, they're like, okay, this cousin guy is just like, we need to increase the lap counts. That's sure to discourage these shenanigans.
Yeah, but even the intended progression is pretty weird because you start facing the same AI opponents like really early in the game. Like I think Colin McRae appears like from tier 3 onwards. Like he appears really early on. So when you get invited to Champion of Champions, you already beaten Colin like 20 times by that point. Like, so yeah, it's a bit weird in that aspect. Like to prove your value for after beating Colin 20 times, you beat him one more time. Okay, so we have one more Rallycross skip to do left. I would say this one is the hardest out of the three. It's the one you're more likely to fail. Perhaps there could be a riskier way than this, where you hit less barrels and go immediately for it. But the thing is, if you fail it once, as a result, you would have lost more time than what you spent setting yourself up.
You lost a window, it seems.
Yeah, it seems like it, yeah. There it is, yeah. But we don't really need it, so it's fine.
It's weight reduction.
Okay, last lap, so we just have to cross the finish line. We could also flex and go for the cut one more time and cross the line that way, but it would be completely unnecessary.
It's totally necessary. What are you talking about?
Okay, there we go. We are gonna go for the rally. I'm gonna try to focus a bit.
Sure.
As even focused I have passive skillation this. So if you have messages or donation, I guess it's good time as well. I guess we don't have any.
And right 6, and left 6, and right 6. 40, right 4, and left 4 over crest. 100, left 4 at trees, and right 4. 60.
So yeah, what makes this really difficult for me is that you have a lot of bumps, a lot of crests, blind corners. The apex is often on the crest, which also means your car will understeer on exits and unsettle by the bumps. And the C4 is a pretty fast car as well, so makes the rhythm pretty intense of this running.
How difficult has it been to like Alright, I'm being a distraction here. Like, how has it been, the experience of like memorizing these tracks? Like, that was something I was impressed about in your CMR2 run as well. That like, your memorization was just...
Yeah, it just really comes from driving them, I guess. It's just, yeah. When you drive them, like, you couldn't like by heart if you... Even probably some of the CMR2 stages, if you asked me to draw them by heart on the paper, I probably couldn't. Like, you know, draw the layout, then I would struggle to remember. But when I drive the stage, like when I get to one part of it, then I know where I am.
Yeah, you kind of look ahead a bit, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah. And then, yeah, but yeah, on CMR2 now I played so much that on the novice... Oh! It's okay, everything is fine. We're on rookie difficulty, so we have a quite lenient damage model. Everything is fine.
Oh, Colin McRae hasn't. This isn't his day today. He's in third.
Yeah. Technically, this game is still Colin. It's both. It's both Colin McRae and Dirt. And same with Dirt 2. Even though Dirt 2 in the vibe is really not a Colin McRae in my opinion. Meanwhile, this one is really like in between, truly in between. Okay, there we go, the first stage. Yeah, it's important as well to not damage the car too much because you would need to carry over the damage for the next stages. Because you can repair after the second stage, but the thing is, it's quite slow in the menu as well, so you don't really want to repair. So even if you have damage, you usually, unless it's like really bad, you just keep going with the damage into the third stage. Yeah, you have those cut trees, like only the base of the tree. It can be really hard to see them, and yeah, they will. They will absolutely kill you. I would say the second stage is probably the easier out of the three. You have more clear view, I would say. Oh.
Add one to your flip count. Oh, are you?
I'm stuck. Yeah, that's for the side points.
Yeah, we were kind of remarking earlier, like, how many, like, rally kind of environments were kind of taken out. Like, in 2 you had Finland, Sweden. Yeah, like, obviously they kind of, like, focused more on just the different disciplines rather than kind of like a WRC style, like, world tour sort of.
Yeah, like, this game doesn't even have a snow rally. It doesn't even have Sweden. For a rally game, that's really uncommon. I mean, I guess technically a game like the 3 doesn't have Sweden either, but it has like Norway, which pretty much is the same type of roads, type of landscapes than the Swedish rally has.
60, left 5, long and right 6. And right 6 over 2 jumps and tightens 5. 60.
I guess they wanted to make it a bit more unusual by setting it up in Norway instead. But yeah, there's absolutely no snow in this game. It's only gravel and tarmac for running.
Well, did you have to name the game Dirt and Snow then? Like, I suppose.
Yeah, true. The game is called Dirt. Yeah. It's not called Snow. They could have made Snow as a DLC.
Damn. Codemasters hired us, man.
Oh, they made worse since. They did way worse. Oh my god. I thought that would be a much harder hit than it was.
I'd like to think that a bunch of lumberjacks just like chopped those trees just to cause inconvenience. Like they knew exactly that the rally stage was happening there, and they were like, "Well, tough luck."
Okay, so the last stage of this rally, and this one is really tricky. Huge crests, huge bumps, trees right by the side of the road, ready to punish you.
Constant shadows as well, like like it's very visual overload.
Yeah, and the co-driver quickly overloads you with information, so even listening to him you can easily lose track. And the minimap can be treacherous because it doesn't warn you about the bumps, so corners that doesn't look that tight, you will still not make it because you will take off in the middle of the corner and then you won't have enough grip to make it.
40, left 6 and left 5.
Yeah, also yeah, those dead trees by the side of the road. They're like right on the edge. Even if you just go too much to the edge, you will flip them. Oh! I turned a bit too early.
And now the HUD is taking up half the screen. Oh my!
Oh, and the engine has taken damage. You can see that now the car acceleration is quite bad now.
This is the last stage, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I was gonna say, like it's kind of, is there ever a situation where it's worse taking the repair time?
If I guess, if it's really, if the car really doesn't re-drive, I guess. They're still flying half a ship. The shape of my hood right now is really strange.
I'm just imagining like the front bumpers just so pressed inwards.
Yeah, the front of my car must look like a toy car. It was almost too much inside. But sometimes you cannot differentiate the shadows and from the tree that is like on the ground.
Right 5 over crest, left 5 and right 6. 80, left 6, 40, right 3, left 3, and right 4, and left 4, and right 4. 40, left 5 and crest, right 5 and left 4. And left 4 and right 4 long.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh.
But these are so punishing.
Okay, there we go. Oh, I had lost the door as well.
This is it, man. Tier 10.
Okay, so we're off to tier 10.
Knock 'em dead.
And we used to do Pikes Peak because it was shorter than doing the 3 races of core 4 laps. But the thing is, now that we have 2 tracks out of the 3 that are cutted, if you're consistent enough at those cuts, it's faster to do them. Even though, despite having to drive a Chula Vista A, which has no cut, despite that, it's still faster than do the 7 minutes Pikes Peak. So yeah, that means Pikes Peak full is not part of the run anymore. Unfortunately. But it is what it is. We are too busy chilling, launching ourselves Tarmac. Okay, last lap here. And there we go. So yeah, this second track is the one you've seen twice already. It has no skip, we just have to drive 4 laps of this. So if you have any donation or messages, you have quite a bit of time.
Lots of time to not say too much right now. It's setting up for the next round. We have the donation incentive for cosplay, beach cosplay, but that has been met. But the run afterwards is Super Mario World, which also has an incentive for a glitch showcase, which we need a little bit more for, but we have around 3 hours to make that incentive, so it's gonna be alright. I'm leaving you, viewers, to do it. Other than that, not much to say.
Yeah, just 4 laps of this track. That is not particularly difficult neither. Surprisingly, that truck drives fairly well, I would say. It's quite easy to control, at least in the game. So yeah.
I do love how late 2000s the sponsors are like advertisements on the track.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like Alienware. Yeah.
Yeah, the Lucasade Energy one kind of got me. Like obviously there still is Lucasade, but like it's kind of somewhat rebranded since then. Like it's a bit nostalgic, honestly.
Oh really? I thought Lucas Oil was still the same.
They reformulated it, I think. There was massive outrage about it in Ireland. Like there was like a sugar tax introduced, and like they kind of introduced a bunch of different variants.
I didn't even know Lucas Oil was an energy drink. After I thought it was like engine oil.
Oh, you know, they're like caffeine tablets as well you can also get.
Okay, yeah, I really thought it was engine oil. I mean, then you have brands like NOS that do both. Like NOS does sell NOS and they also sell energy drink.
I mean, it is such a strong brand, yeah.
Okay. Luckily this lap is not too long, it's like 45 seconds. But yeah, it's funny that despite the minor differences between the layout, it's what determines that you can cut it or not. Because the Chula Vista A we do with the cuts is just like you go left here, where the concrete things are. And like the piece of track we were driving right now was a piece of track you used to do the glitch. Oh, and because we are in rookie difficulty, we are actually close to lap 2.
I assume as long as there's like a lap gap, like it will just disable the collision, will it?
Actually, no. When you don't glitch, it does not.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I guess the reset before the start line that we do that allows the glitch, it must put us in some kind of glitchy state. That is the reason why we don't have collisions. That's just a guess. Because again, I couldn't prove it. That's what I would imagine. And we have now we have 4 laps of Bark River. So when you arrive to this spot on pace, like when I had the 159 pace and I came here, I was kind of feeling the pressure. And it's actually on my PB I did succeed all the Bark Rivers except 2 on this race. So yeah, I guess the pressure got me a bit. That was a bit fast, but I didn't get punished for it.
I was wondering like if it is kind of like speed sensitive.
It's not, but it's just that you're more likely to mess up your alignment by going fast. But no, you can theoretically just floor it. Nice. 2 more. Yeah, the window here is pretty tight, especially with the truck, because the truck is so big compared to the buggies. I lost my visual cue. Okay, there it is. Nice. One more. Nice. There we go, so we cleared tier 10, so now we only have champions of champions left.
Champion of champions is the creme.
And as you can see, we still have more than 15 minutes of run left. Because yeah, champion of champions is actually pretty long. We are gonna have to do 1 race of each discipline, so 1 Rallycross, 1 crossover, 1 rally stage, 1 hill climb, 1 core. Am I forgetting anything? And 1 rally raid.
And you can choose the cars for these, right? They're preset.
Yeah, and the AI have the same cars as you.
Maybe now they'll have an advantage.
Yeah.
That was clearly the difference.
So yeah, this is how we are gonna become the champion of champions. Actually, no, there's not that many glitches because, like, the last 3 races are glitchless. Actually, even the last 4, like, it's only the first 2 where you can skip. But this one and the crossover that comes right after. Luckily, we only have 1 crossover to do this one. It's not a tournament bracket. It's only the fastest time out of the 6 drivers that gets taken into account. So we only have to do it once. Oh, I didn't get any airtime. So if you remember it, it's the one from the very beginning, the Australian one. It's normally a bit easier with this car than it is with the Corsa, but it can still happen. Oh no, I hit the wall. Okay, this one is on me though. This one is on me, I hit the ball on the right side, which, yeah, completely pulled me to the right.
Nice.
There. Oh, no, not on the roof, because you get... Yeah, if I am on the roof, the game would respawn me back to where I should be. On the side of the track where I should be. So you really have to land on the wheel.
I don't know if you pointed out last time, like how the progression just snaps.
Yeah,
right
here.
now. Yeah. That was amazing.
And I guess when before the progression snaps, any respawn would put you back where you belong.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, the game would have acknowledged that you made it to the other side, and then would accept a respawn most likely. So there goes the rally race. This race is a bit boring, to be fair. It's quite long, it's 2 laps. Yeah, I really don't like this race. And especially when you come to this race on pace, you have to stay focused because you don't want to lose pace to a dumb mistake, but at the same time it's really hard to keep your focus on this because the straights are long, the car is not fast.
This was the event you used the truck for last, like the same class, wasn't it?
No, those are the rally raid cars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like the one we did earlier was the truck, and this is a Mitsubishi Pajero.
Yeah.
So yeah, the one that was, I think that car won Dakar back in the day. In the car class, of course.
Yeah.
So yes, yeah, it's just a SUV, I guess, not a truck.
There is a funny thing because, like, I remember in Gran Turismo before, like, it's considered an evolution, like the same way the Lancer evolutions. So with the evolution meeting events, you could bring this to it.
The Pajero?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's very, like, strange. Like, 99% of players would never ever consider bringing it.
Not sure if it would even be the best option.
Oh, absolutely not. No. It's a tank.
Yeah. It's weird. Why is this car an Evo? Because it's not even called the Pajero Evo, if I remember correctly. It's just a Pajero rally raid car. I couldn't remember though who won the Dakar with this car. Oh.
It definitely takes the bumps way better than the C4 did.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the point of a Dakar car. But the truck, for example, could hit them better. Also because it goes slower. Yeah. And yeah, before the cuts were found, we actually had to do this layout one more time. In one of the tiers, we had to drive it with also the rally raid car, but we would buy the X3 because it's faster than the Mitsubishi. So yeah, because that lap was not long enough, they decided to put a second one. Which I don't know, in a rally raid, doing a 2-lapper, it's a concept that baffles me a bit. But I know sometimes they do a full circle in rally raid. But it's still like, they still go around like hundreds of kilometers. It's not that type of track. But I guess they wanted to make them like, to make sense gameplay-wise. But yeah, rally raid really doesn't look like that at all in real life. It's much closer to a rally, except you're on much more desolated land. And it's much more about navigation and reliability than about pushing like rally.
I suppose it is interesting how various disciplines have like a weighted like towards the driver skill, and some are weighted towards like the actual like car and like how it's built and like its reliability. Like I say, in a lot of rally disciplines, like there's kind of a balance of the two.
So yeah, I mean, in rally it's still skill, but it's a different skill set. Like, because the drivers are able to preserve their equipment really well, will have a huge upper hand. Being good at navigating is also really important, because like if you make a navigation mistake, you need to be able to realize pretty fast that you're going the wrong way.
Oh. Careful, they're gonna catch up. They're on your, like they're right behind. Oh my!
What am I stuck against? What? Whatever. Another reason to hate this race. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, there's Kenneth and from Rallycross. Yeah, you only face real life driver in this championship that were among the best in their discipline back in the day. Okay, so this is probably my favorite combo in the entire run, the Japan stage with the C4. The Japanese stages are really satisfying to drive, especially with this car, the C4. Yes, there's a full rally available in the career where you do 2 or 3 stages of Japan with the C4. But sadly it takes way too much time, and we don't do it in the run.
You said that the 100% run is around 7 hours, wasn't it?
It's 5.
Oh, 5.
15, I think, is the record. It's around that time.
So it's around twice, like a little bit over twice.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have to do a lot already to beat the game, so.
60, right 6, 40,
Like, yeah, you don't know you would have to do it.
60, left 2, tighten. And right 2. And right 3. 80, left 5, tightens
So a lot of tight corners, you can help yourself with the
80, left 4,
handbrake,
60, right 1.
as per usual.
100, keep right over jump. 80, left 3, long. 80, right 2, long. 100. Right 6 and left 5, tightens 4, tightens 3. 40, right 3 and right 3.
Trying to drive decently to honor this stage.
80, left
But it's
5,
so satisfying to drive that. This chicane you can go so fast.
and left 5 and right 5.
Smooth lines, kind of nice.
And left 5, long, 60, left 5,
Two more corners there.
150. Left 4. 40, right 4. 100. Left 6, over jump. 150.
I really need to short shift that fifth. It's so...
Yeah, because the yellow light comes so early and then you have no power. Alright, so we're gonna have the hill climb now, second to last race in the run. We're gonna drive the Tacoma, which the grip is alright on this car, acceleration is alright, but as you can see, this car has no brake, which is a bit unfortunate. So yeah, you can and need to be careful, but it can be enjoyable to drive once you truly accepted that this car will not brake and you really have to be careful with that and
I'm curious
slow
how...
down early.
I wonder how the game calculates braking power, because like obviously you have the power to brakes themselves, but you also have like factors like tire dimensions and where the weight of the car, like if the weight is up far forward, like that makes braking easier. I suppose this would be on like kind of well-balanced rear heavy, so that's probably why.
So yeah, the Tacoma still has as many Pikes Peak car, it has very little to do with the actual Toyota Tacoma. Just like the Escudo is based out of Suzuki Vitara. The Escudo is like the name of the Vitara in Japan, but it doesn't look nowhere near Vitara. Okay, this time I didn't hit the rock. I shifted up a bit too late.
Do cars tend to like snap oversteer easily in braking if you're not like managing the car's weight on entry?
Yeah, the brakes tend to lock up really easily, so you can... Yeah, if you're not a bit unsettled, you can spin, or if you have the wheel straight, you will lock the fronts and just go straight. So yeah, I try to take some margin by releasing the brakes a bit earlier than I would like to.
Here with $20 donation from Steven. No donation matters, but we thank you anyway.
Oh, nice. Oh, good recovery.
Again, even though this car turns very well into hairpins, if you have a bit of understeer, you can help yourself with the handbrake. Honestly, in this game, the handbrake is a lot easier to use than in most other rally games, and not really punishing either. Pretty much you press it and the car turns. That's as simple as that. At low speed, at least. At high speed. The results are not guaranteed at low speed. At high speed, sorry. That's not optimal. This corner can be taken flat. On this corner, if you're a bit too much to the inside, you will get a respawn. It's quite straight from this one. So we have one more race only after this. It's gonna be the core race. And of course it's gonna be on the Chula Vista A, aka the layout we cannot cut. And
they just really needed to put a true test of skill. Like they're done by now. Like
they
know
knew
what
it
you're up
would
to.
be. They knew it would be the one that wouldn't get carried, and they put it everywhere.
Not cut it yet, at least. From what I understand, the progress of the community is so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of findings at the same time, and then nothing for quite a while. Because like the crossover skips are pretty old findings by now, I think, and they were also all found almost at once. But that's also because all of those cuts, they follow the same patterns every time, and so I guess when one gets found, the same patterns gets found. So like. Probably it's gonna be the same with the next discovery. We're gonna find something and then be able to replicate the pattern to many other cases. So yeah, we drive the Toyota instead of the Toyota Tundra instead of the Chevy, and the Toyota is much worse. It's 5 gear instead of 3 and doesn't steer it too well. The 3 gears of the Chevy are really convenient for this. Because here it's quite awkward. You're often between 3rd gear and 4th gear optimal speed. So kinda have to switch back and forth. Meanwhile, it's spots where the Chevy would just power its way through in 3rd gear with the Freedom V8.
You also got some like tires clipping into the hood of the car. That's great. Exactly what you want to say. In this very glitch-free game, I must add.
Yeah, like nice 2-wheel here. So fortunately, we didn't flip. So the run should be over in like 1.5 minutes, probably. Time he's gonna be at the finish line. When the tilt sound effect is heard and the fade of in white begins. Because yeah, the finish line is not actually drawn since it's a dirt track. So not this time, but the next lap. And the line is like slightly after this jump, as you can see, or on the jump, I would say. More corners. And time.
Congrats.
So yeah, that was Colin McRae Dirt. We have a little cutscene at the end where we will unlock the Colin McRae R4, which is a car that has been designed by Colin McRae. I'm not sure if it existed in real life or not, but what's for sure is that if it existed, it really didn't have the usage it hoped for, because I think Colin's project with this car was to have a cheap rally car with fairly high performance. the easy access, but the fact that he died shortly after this game got released and around the same time he was on this project, it kinda kinda killed all the plans he had, which is quite unfortunate. But yeah, thank you for having me, Esse, to showcase this pretty funny speedrun, and again to come at ESA to showcase racing games. It's always a pleasure, despite the late hour.
Yeah, I must add that like you've been awake for 24 hours now.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, minus 15 minutes.
Like you're just in full flow state there. Like.
So we will both be back on Monday. Monday afternoon for Gran Turismo 4 missions, so be sure to tune that. It's going to be a much more reasonable time slot. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, thank you very much, and have a good rest of your night, I guess.
Enjoy. See you Monday.